for you, 'cause I'm in love. She records, she said me, she said me, she said me, she said me, come on, tena kula, sishangae.
Hello. Welcome to another episode. I want to keep count. I don't know which one this is. This is number. This introduction, culture shock. By the time you're seeing this, I think this is number 7. Yeah, this is number 7. So welcome to the 7th video. Oh my gosh, it's been a month already. Over a month actually. By the time you're seeing this, it's well over a month, probably close to 2 months since I started the YouTube channel, and I'm so happy that I've been consistent every single week. One video. Don't play. So today, as you have seen from the title, we are talking about 844 yet again. I'm continuing with the series. Since I did high school separately, it's now 4 videos instead of 3, because yeah, I separated them. The topic today is just going over how boarding school makes it difficult to connect with family. And all this is based on me and my opinion and just what my perception is of the situation. And by now, actually, you should know what boarding school is. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. You just go watch the old videos. Go watch. It keeps coming up in those videos. But one of the ways in which it's difficult to connect with, in which boarding school, I can't talk. Whew. When I think boarding school, the first thing that comes to my mind is no devices, because no one is allowed to have devices in a boarding school. So already that is making it difficult because you can't really reach out to them whenever you want to. The fastest way to do it would be to probably send them a letter. My school had phone booths, and you could pay, but you were only allowed to speak to them for 1 minute. So it's just like, what is that 1 minute going to do actually? What is it going to do? Exactly. So phone calls with the parents were very rare. And even when you were able to get a phone call, on the low, you have to be very careful because it's like, hurry up. You're not supposed to be here. Just make it quick. The thing with even having those moments where it's like I have access to the phone to talk to the parents, I couldn't even do it because the anxiety was killing me. Like I would get so much anxiety, like that feeling in your stomach, and then now I have balancing, yani. It's like, do I manage the feeling in my stomach, or is it the tears that I will keep so that I don't start crying? Because if I start crying, then now I can't talk, because now I have to calm down.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So now I'm trying to keep all these things at bay, and it's just too overwhelming. So I just did my letters. Letters. The other thing was that at home, it never really felt like I had enough time because they would bombard us with holiday homework. Like, I didn't advance in high school to the point where, you're getting closer to KCSE, so they're being tougher on you. But man, the fact that you can't even take a break. I've already mentioned that one teacher that gave us 40 model papers in one holiday. I remember I didn't finish the model papers, and I used to be a student that was performing well in primary, and he was literally like, yeah, pride comes before a fall. I said, what pride? Me doing well in school is pride, and now because I didn't finish the 40 model papers that you gave me when I was supposed to be on holiday, that's my fall? I'm sorry. Don't know where he is now, but
Shetani awalambe uso kila asubuhi mkiamka.
Because what the hell was that actually? When now you were in school, you would get 1 visiting day per trimester. And I mean, a visiting day is cool. It's like, sure, okay, nice. I've seen my parents, I've seen my family, I've seen my brother. But it's just, I don't know, man. It just never really felt like enough time. And especially when you compare it to our counterparts that were allowed to go home at the end of the day and that were allowed to spend the weekends at home. I've talked about that in the primary school video. That unfair standard, I just never felt like I had enough time at home. Like, they got to be at home and spend their time at home and just bond with their families, connect with their families. So then when I would see my parents during those times, I would know that my time with them is limited. Like whenever I had limited time with my family, I would get overwhelmed with anxiety because I'm just not able to even relax properly. I'm not able to eat properly. I'm happy to see them, yes, but I'm not able to fully take in the moment and just be there because I'm already thinking about how I'm constantly checking the time. How much more time do we have left before it's time to go back? It wasn't it. And there are people who wouldn't even see their families during visiting day and even during midterm. There are people who would stay at school because, you know, like I said in the high school video, people go far most of the time for high school. So there are people who it's just really, really difficult for their families to travel across the country to come to this school for just like one day, or just for it doesn't make sense based on the distance that they would need to travel. So people would sometimes just stay at school. I truly do not like the fact that the rest of us had to wait for holidays and visiting days in primary school. Like something needs to, why is that even a thing? I'm getting stressed out just thinking about this. Because why are some people allowed to grow in the comfort of their home just because they have me realizing that this was low-key, maybe not low-key, I don't know, racism. Did I experience racism without knowing? Am I gaslighting myself right now into believing that it wasn't racism? I think it was more of classism, but then again, it's also intertwined with racism because you are a Muslim and you're Arab. Carry your own food, carry your own snacks. Go home over the weekends. You don't need to stay at school. You're a Muslim and you're black, you're African. You eat with the rest of the students, you sleep in the dorms. Oh, low-key experience racism. No, not even low-key. Not even low-key. Not even low-key. I'm a bit bamboozled right now because I have never registered anything that happened within my home country as racism. I also did not have the concept of racism in my head, as in that's not something we were taught. It wasn't in the syllabus. It wasn't, at least, you know, at that young age. So even if something is happening and it's racist, I can't conceptualize it in my head because it's not a concept that I'm aware of. And because I have never associated racism with my time in school as a child, even now it's difficult for me to be like, yeah, that was racism. And I use the Muslim Arabs, as in, because I know not all Arabs are Muslim, but I use the Muslim Arab because basically all the Arabs that ever came to my school were Muslim. So damn, let's move on to the next point. Just thinking of how boarding school was going for that entire time. You're done. For example, like me now, I went in class 7, class 8, done. High school, the entirety of high school, you're in boarding school. You're just so consumed in this overwhelming pursuit of good KCPE and KCSE grades. And by the time you're done, you go straight to university. You have a few months break after high school, between high school and the beginning of university. You have a few months break. Most people go to the universities that are in particular places in the country, and unless you live within that city, like for example, if you live in Nairobi and you go to, say, University of Nairobi, you're close to home. But if you're from Meru and you go to University of Nairobi, then that means you are going to start living on your own immediately. So you basically started being independent in a way from the time you were a young child, just early teenage years, all the way to now university is now you're on your own for real. And this particular way, you're not necessarily on your own because obviously your parents can support you and all that, but you basically go away to start your new school life, and then that new life turns into, so you only ever see your parents once in a while. And another reason why I'm saying this is because when I moved and now I was going to a day school from now 10th grade onwards, that first year was different for me because I had to get adjusted to, I mean, it's nice to be home, but now I'm adjusting to the fact that, okay, I'm seeing you guys every day. I'm not used to giving you daily updates on what's going on. It's an adjustment. The fact that I just wasn't even constantly around my parents like that. Now I was just finding myself staying close to them and just, I don't know, just being around them as much as I could. And it was just, I was in my head, I was just like, yeah, haha, I'm just making up for lost time. But I really was. I was making up for lost time because I felt like I just never had the opportunity to sit with my parents, to sit with my family, to just be present. Africans are collectivist, but independence is sort of forced on you and everyone just becomes their own person. And I feel like that may create a bit of friction when now you get older and you've just gotten so used to doing things on your own for yourself.
Saying this because I keep seeing posts from young adults talking about how they find themselves in spaces with their parents and they don't even know how to connect with them because they realize they don't know anything about each other.
I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video. I feel like this got a little heavy. I don't know. I made so many crazy realizations as I was talking. You know what? I think I've covered enough. Those are actually the points I had. I feel like it's good to give a fast forward. After now being around my family a lot more during high school, it was nice to now connect. I felt like now I started connecting with my family even more because we were able to spend more time together and you know all that. I don't know, like for example, me and my mom now, the kind of relationship we have is just a super friendly one. We just laugh, make jokes, and just, I don't know, we know how to have fun. Same case with my dad. It's a nice interpersonal relationship that I have with both of them. And I truly wonder if that would have been the case if I was away for an extra 3 years. Because the times that I was home, I couldn't even have the kinds of conversations that I'm having with them, because I also, mind you, did not even realize that a lot of these things were issues or crazy experiences. I thought they were just normal because that's all I've ever known. At the time I'm that age, I'm also conditioned to fear authority figures. And you almost become really meek in a way, involuntarily. And I feel like that just seeps into other areas of your life where, you know, if you're with a grown person, you just, like, you know, you're not, be careful not to say the wrong thing and that's not to say that my parents created an environment where I didn't feel safe to say the wrong thing. A lot of the way I moved as a child was heavily shaped by the environment I was in, which was the primary school that I was in, the kind of teachers I had, the kind of things they would punish us for. So you just internalize these things, and I thank God that I was able to have an opportunity to spend more time with them, because now I can just, if something is going wrong, no matter how random it is, I know I can go and I talk to them because I've been able to create an interpersonal relationship with them. And for people who have gone through the boarding school system and have transitioned into university and just being independent, living lives on their own, I would be interested to know how they went about connecting with their family members, what that looks like for them. Does the connection happen later on in life as you're now in university? What does that usually look like? I'm curious to know. So yeah, that's 844, man. That's 844. This is crazy because the next video is also gonna be a heavy one. Thank you for watching this video. Oh man, oh my gosh, man, oh my goodness, oh my actual goodness. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along with me as I just blew my own mind. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. The next video is going to be the last 844 video on the series, and yeah, everything is related. it's all related. I will see you on the next video. Please remember to stay tuned by subscribing. You can like, share, comment, all of that, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.